Well, it's great to see all of you today, truly. Good morning, faculty and staff of Fresno State. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Dr. Hall, Belinda Munoz, and Chris Cruz for your introductions today. It's great to see all of you in 2024. I hope that you had a restful holiday break and a chance to create fond memories with those you care about most. As we welcome the new year, I'm sure you also reflected on last year's accomplishments in your great work at Fresno State. Many of you are aware that I'm currently undergoing a triennial review, a 3-year review that is a presidential rite of passage in the CSU. This review gave me an opportunity to reflect on what the past 3 years have meant to me personally and to our beloved Fresno State. Hence, the theme for today's Spring Assembly is closely tied with the ancient maxim, know thyself. This will help us contemplate the last 3 years, assess our great successes and lessons, and chart a reinforced vision for our next years together. I share the powerful maxim of know thyself with you, not just because I'm married to a philosopher, by the way, but because it has allowed me personally to grow and serve in the role of president. Everything that has been accomplished over the last 3 years, every challenge we faced and milestone celebrated has had 2 basic elements to its success. First and foremost, our unwavering support of our students and our pride in Fresno State as the iconic university of our valley. Secondly, we have been actively aware of and showcasing our roles in our community. The more we are seen and acknowledged, the more our region will appreciate and support our mission. Hence, in knowing ourselves, we clearly know why we are here. Fresno State changes lives. All of you in this room make lives better. You create productive futures, strengthen individuals, couples, and families, promise and promote joy and pride in our talents, and break barriers. Racial, gender, social, economic, and historical. So with that, let's look at what we've accomplished together, which is the foundation that will support what's to come ahead of us. Our best accomplishment is that we graduated together over 18,000 students speaking over 120 languages, 85% of whom came from diverse backgrounds, with almost 65 being first-generation students. How is that? And get this, we did this in spite of a pandemic. I have also enjoyed the thousands of conversations over the last 3 years. I love connecting with our campus community so much. The last spring, we launched the President's Connection booth. What's best? Each of our leaders has taken turns in the booth and connected with our students and our community. This last semester, ASI President Carrillo and I were able to meet with hundreds of students and handed out delicious goodies. Diversity, on to the next one, is part of our DNA at Fresno State. One of our greatest accomplishments was receiving the Higher Education in Diversity Award for the 10th, I want to say that again, 10th year in a row. It's a huge accomplishment. The HEAT Award reflects the best recruitment and retention of students and employees in our campus culture and climate. A special thank you to Dean Muscat and Dr. Hershey Su for leading the application process for many years on this award. This January also makes 1 year, right, Dr. Booker? 1 year since our inaugural diversity university officer, Dr. Rashonda Booker, joined Fresno State as a cabinet member and expert in this field, and we officially launched the Division of Equity and Engagement. On to community service. In the last 3 years, we have contributed nearly 4 million hours of community service. What's best, we have contributed over 1 million hours per year over the last 14 years. Let's show all right, let's do the applause now. Our gratitude to the team at the Richter Center and Chris Fiorentino for leading this monumental achievement. Our next accomplishment is exciting. On October the 30th, 2023, the U.S. State Department's Bureau of Educational and Cultural Affairs announced that Fresno State is one of the 2023 Fulbright HSI leaders for our dedication as a Hispanic serving institution. I was thrilled to receive this news directly from U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken. Next is our impressive rise in rankings, which brings recognition to the great work you're all doing and to the phenomenally talented students we have. I want to share a video narrated by one of our creative media, communications, and journalism students, Carly Medina. She presents the rankings in a beautiful way.
This year, Washington Monthly ranked Fresno State number 26 in its annual list of top national universities. The Bulldogs are leading the California State University system and the Mountain West Conference as its highest-ranked campus in the nation. In fact, Fresno State is ranked among some of the nation's top universities, like Stanford and MIT. But what does this mean exactly? And why are we proud? Unlike other rankings, Washington Monthly recognizes colleges based on their contribution to the public good. Last year, Fresno State earned over $70 million in grants and significantly grew its research activity to earn an R2 designation, recognizing the volume of continuous scholarly and creative work. Fresno State's mobile health unit increased its fleet by 2, creating more hands-on learning opportunities and increased access to healthcare for rural valley communities. For the 14th year in a row, the university provided more than 1 million hours of service to the community, totaling an estimated $53.1 million in economic impact. And for the 8th year in a row, Fresno State is ranked in Washington Monthly's top 40 national universities. Together, we'll continue to climb the ranks because we only rise when you do.
What do you think of that? Pretty good, huh? Rankings like these bolster our ability to promote the remarkable value of a Fresno State degree. A round of applause to Provost Fu, professors in the audience, staff who made these magnificent rankings possible. Please applaud yourselves. This is why Bulldog Bound, our guaranteed admissions pathway program, is crucially important to our region. A healthier, economically stronger, socially robust region is characterized by the number of degrees its population holds. With Bulldog Bound, we will nurture a college-going culture that will improve life in our region. With nearly 30 school districts and counting that have signed up, Bulldog Bound has the magic formula for success. 1, school districts guide and lead students in taking the required courses. 2, parents are fully involved in workshops on financial aid, university resources, and their role in maintaining communication while their child is enrolled in high school and at Fresno State. And 3, students feel that they belong at Fresno State. We represent the golden opportunity to develop the best version of themselves. I would like to recognize Vice President Willis, Fong Yang, and the entire strategic enrollment team with an applause for their efforts. Bravo. I also want to take this moment to acknowledge the entire Student Affairs Division for their immense efforts to bring our campus back to life after the COVID-19 pandemic and through the many challenges and transitions they have endured and survived and thrived. Let's give Student Affairs a round of applause. Another significant accomplishment was the grand opening of the Linda and Stuart Resnick Student Union in fall of 2022. A few months ago, the architectural firm that designed the RSU was honored with an Outstanding Design Award in the 2023 Architectural Portfolio. A special thank you to VP Edition Asun, AVP Tina Medina, and the entire facilities team for this amazing accomplishment. Please, a round of applause. Next is our Hmong Digital Repository. I have been a solid supporter of this project. I want to thank Fresno State alumni Laura Yang and David Lee. They have worked diligently to digitize, preserve, and collaborate with the Fresno State Library to make public a remarkable collection of stories, photos, documents, and videos chronicling the Hmong journey from Laos to the United States. It's a really powerful collection. It shows grit, it shows determination, it shows pain, but it shows also resilience and thriving as well. So I want to applaud the impressive efforts of Dean Moscat, Vice President Johori, the library's Special Collections Research Center, and the library's Digital Services Unit. Please. Next is our Doctoral University High Research Activity, or R2 designation by the Carnegie Commission on Higher Education. We are the only, I'm going to say that again, the only CSU in the Valley to have this honor. Research is at the heart of innovation. It's new knowledge that advances our region's economy and society. That is the primary element that distinguishes our renowned faculty and staff and catapults us beyond our proud teaching mission to put knowledge into practice, to change this economy. And finally, let's talk about our success in enrollment. The success, the lifeblood of Fresno State, our entire reason for existing, is our students. Universities across the country and the CSU have faced steep enrollment challenges. Today, I'm thrilled to share amazing news. Last semester, we were at 95% of our targeted enrollment goal, and our first semester freshman retention for full-time students is over 96%. These numbers are reflective of the collective effort and leadership from our entire campus. Thank you to all of you. What do you think about these grand accomplishments that we have together done? Let's give ourselves a round of applause, collectively. All right, we are halfway through, and the theme of my speech is to know thyself, is to acknowledge our great successes and to be aware of areas of opportunity and growth in order to chart our next steps. It's not knowledge for the sake of knowledge. It's knowledge for the sake of the future. First and foremost, we will focus on invigorating Fresno State's brand. We are currently underway with a brand study whose results will help us refine our core strengths and improve our outreach, service, and partnership capabilities. Round of applause to Lauren Nickerson and her team for leading this charge. Under my presidency, we have focused our efforts on increasing awareness of Fresno State's measurable impact in the community. I'm very intentional when I want people to know that since 1911, Fresno State has powered the economic, social, and cultural development of the Central Valley, producing over 300,000 alumni who have shaped every facet of our economy and society and have left an imprint on the state, nation, and world. Indeed, our alumni are brand ambassadors of Fresno State. With their accomplishments, they prove the great value of your efforts in educating all our students. However, the value of Fresno State is not limited to our alumni. Indeed, within 1 or 2 degrees of separation, Fresno State profoundly touches the lives of everyone in our Valley region. In this regard, in this Valley of Plenty, we are all Fresno State, and the more this region thrives, the higher the value of our institution will be. And vice versa. The higher we thrive, the more this valley will thrive. This is why I say the following with full conviction. We have arrived as a university and as a region. We own our space as architects of our economy and society, and in doing so, we are fully aware of our responsibility to lead. We therefore say to ourselves, we as a region represent the future of California and our nation, and the multicultural and diverse students we graduate lead with conviction. For decades, Fresno State has been focused on doing great work. From now on, we will be focused on telling the stories that inspire the support we need to propel our university forward. Allow me to tell you a story of how I came about to savor the fruits of our land. I was an undergraduate living abroad. My host family knew I was homesick and asked what California dish I wanted to eat. I asked for a simple dish, not enchiladas, right? Not apple pie. Corn on the cob. True story, by the way. True story. When the meal came, literally, I was slobbering. I anxiously bit into the corn, only to find that it was tasteless. It was not sweet. It was not tender, and it was completely not crunchy, I have to say. It was definitely not Fresno State corn. I, of course, thanked my host family. That night, though, my dad called me, and I told him immediately I had eaten a corn that tasted like mushy cardboard. It was previously frozen, by the way. My dad, without missing a beat, stated, "Ninguna tierra como esta." Nothing compares to this land. Branding, therefore, starts by being proud of who we are, celebrating it and showcasing it to the world. In order for others to recognize our strength, we must say to ourselves first and foremost, "No hay tierra como esta." Nothing compares to this land. With its dedicated staff, inspiring faculty, and talented students. There is no university like Fresno State, transforming and impacting our Valley region that grows 25% of our nation's food. Hence, looking ahead, we strengthen Fresno State through the following projects. Our Central Utility Plan project will reach an exciting milestone as we near completion. Thank you for your patience as our campus has undergone this transformation of fences. Yes, I also went through that. And the sacrifice will be worth it. We will be more efficient, and 20% of our energy will be produced sustainably through photovoltaic means. I want to thank Vice President Aistone for leading this complex project. Thank you, Debbie. A crucial aspect of fortifying our community bond is our joint leadership in DHR and Title IX matters. I want to express my gratitude to each of you for your patience, for your support, your leadership during such challenging times. We had a strong response as our Title IX Task Force forged the groundwork for our current implementation team. This I-team wrote a communication and implementation plan that is currently under review at the Chancellor's office. We are also set to launch a user-friendly, comprehensive Title IX and DHR website this semester, offering valuable resources and guidance in clear language. Moreover, the recently established role of Associate Vice President for Compliance and Civil Rights will head the newly formed Department of Compliance and Civil Rights, responsible for overseeing both Title IX and DHR. We will reshape and strengthen the Title IX DHR office to foster a campus culture centered on trust and respect. Next is our updated 5-year strategic plan. This is our North Star. This measurable plan contains concrete ideas that will take our teaching and impact to the next level of engagement and success. And finally, in the history of Fresno State, Perhaps there has not ever been a time of opportunity like the one I'm about to share with you. The CSU Board of Trustees endorsed the ballot initiative Measure E last November, and while I cannot endorse the ballot measure in my role as president, I can share with you a high-level summary of what I presented to the Board of Trustees. The measure before the voters on March 5th is this. It is a sales tax that's a quarter of a penny on every dollar, which adds to about a cent on every $4 purchase. For the next 25 years, exclusively all geared towards Fresno State. If Measure E is approved by Fresno County voters on March 5th, 2024, it will help our plans to undergo a dramatic and unprecedented transformation with a projected $1.4 billion influx of funds specifically for Fresno State in the next 25 years. This level of support will help to address urgent maintenance, build new teaching, performing, and research spaces, increase faculty research and student scholarship support, build critically needed student housing and parking, and promote student success through paid internships and experiential learning activities such as travel abroad and undergraduate research. A few potential projects on the proposed list include a new concert hall that will further connect our campus to the communities we serve, greatly needed repairs to our athletic facilities, a critical component of our community engagement effort, a new engineering building that will increase the capacity to produce more engineers as they are essential to the economic growth of our region, a new nursing facility that will increase our capacity to produce new nurses. While these are a few highlights, I believe this measure will lift all areas of the university through positive public perception and shared community support of our institutional mission. So, let us conclude. To know thyself charts a sense of the past, which grounds us firmly in the present and allows us to envision a greater future ahead of us. I have often been asked what motivates me to do this 24/7 work. I have wholeheartedly given of my family and myself to lead our Fresno State. I fight every day against becoming a talking head or an impersonal leader. In my heart of hearts, I have a clear vision of who I am. On a personal level, I am an immigrant who grew up in Fowler and was nurtured by this fertile land. I am fortunate to have Mariana, Arion, and Leo, and my extended family. On a professional level, I strive to be accessible, make sincere decisions, and promote our mission and our region at every single opportunity I get. And though I know we have significant challenges ahead of us, such as the pending faculty strike, I also know that we'll keep our sense of community and move forward collectively to do our very best for our deserving students. Given all that we have accomplished, even with the challenges ahead of us, I feel utterly fortunate to have this job. When I have tough days, I always recall my upbringing on the farm, waking up at 4 a.m. during the summer to avoid the blazing sun. That was hard work. While I was not born here, I feel this land is mine, and I see the success of Fresno State as my life's mission. I'm also keenly aware that my time in this role is limited. Someday, I will pass this baton, and when I do, I know that the work we have done together will be deeply and personally consequential. But that day will not come soon, by the way, as I still have plenty of energy to give back. As your president, I know myself. As an institution, we know what we stand for and whom we stand for, and we are committed to serve. Together, we've charted our path forward with our eyes and our hearts open because we know who we are. So with that, I want to end by thanking you for your dedication, for your passion, and your unwavering commitment to Fresno State. Go Dogs!